Whoa, how y'all doing out there? This is your man Nico B, aka Super Solican, and Black Effect. You know what it is. Let me get into this. In the last video, I was talking about that a good woman knows what to do. You don't have to tell her. She knows what to do, and just like how a wicked woman, she just does wickedness. Like the Lord said to Satan. Like said to Judas, go do what thou wilt. He was gonna snitch on him. Go do your thing. That. That's how it is with wicked people. Wicked men and women. You know, it's easy for all of us. As human beings, to do the wrong thing. But it takes conscious effort to do the right thing. You know but after you decide to make that conscious effort, the yoke of the Lord is easy. That's what the Bible says. What does that mean? That once you make the conscious effort, okay, and tell me that I'm wrong, I'm gonna give you an example. It's feel good to be eating McDonald's all day. When you was a kid, I loved Mickey D's, man. Big Macs. Big Macs. I was fat as hell too, and unhealthy. But once my brother started working out, and I got roasted enough times, something in me triggered that made me want to start working out. And it was hard as hell at the beginning. But when I started doing that and eating right, eating them chickens and grilled chicken sandwiches, making my meals, eating fresh vegetables and stuff, it became something that I love to do in my life and I can't live without. You understand what I'm saying? So it may seem hard, but once you do the right thing, it becomes like autopilot. Once you decide to do that, you just have to, but you have to make the conscious effort first. In the spirit, happens in the mind, then it'll happen in the physical body. All right. Let me get into this though. Because in the last video, I was just talking about good women know what to do. It was a lot in that video. We do enough videos bashing black women. Talk, and I'm not saying bashing. Let me rephrase. We do, us who teach in the manosphere and black men who teach, our women, we do enough talk on the negative black women. We stick on them. But I want to talk about the traits of the good women, and I'm only, you can take it as I'm speaking for all women, which I am. But, I'm speaking from a biblical perspective, from a human perspective, from a historical perspective, from a harmony perspective of humans for us as one. We are a harmonious organism. We have to live together, and that's where we are happiest. I'm speaking, and we have roles. We have roles in the animal kingdom, in the universe. And I'm speaking to those women who embrace those roles, and who live a good life, and and that means dealing with men in a civil fashion, in a in a humble fashion, as in a truthful fashion, as I should say, in a dealing with men in a truthful fashion. And a truthful fashion is acknowledging oneself as the weaker vessel. You understand? And so on, and other things, what I'm saying, acknowledging that, that she's the good woman. And let me just get into it, okay? This is the traits of the good woman. I don't want this video to, go that long. So 15, I guess I'm not gonna, you can number them for your boy. Number them for me, man. I'll put the numbers on the screen, but I'm just gonna just say the traits. And shout out, this is a big shout out to the sisters, a big shout out to the good women, the good sisters who love their brothers, the good daughters who love their fathers and their brothers, love their husbands, the women who love their good wives, man, who love their husbands, man. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to the women who done been through some pain, with a man, and still there with him, holding him down, not resenting him. Y'all women, y'all are gonna get a crown from God. You better believe it. Women like my grandmother who stuck it in there, with a man, showed him nothing but love and held him down and served him. I'm telling you, your crown is from God. You have a crown, man. Understand that. So with that disclaimer, let me get into the traits of a good woman. One of them, a trace of a good woman. Let me just go ahead and say it. I know this. I'm gonna start with the most controversial. Long suffering. She has to suffer with the man. You know, if she gets in it with the man, and she loved him, at one point in time, enough to marry him, or enough to get with him, you know what I'm saying, and in pursuit of a life together, then she should, in a union, she should understand that it's going to be ups and downs. You understand? And she should be willing to stick it out through the downs the same way she willing to benefit from every part of the ups. Some women are even take advantage of, stuff that they didn't even do. You understand? Those are wicked women, but the good woman never does that. Takes advantage for stuff she didn't do. She willing to leave with what she came. You know what I'm saying? But anything but her integrity. She won't leave. She won't let you have that. You know what I'm saying? And what she stands for. You can't be breaking her heart and doing when she's put her foot down and tell you something's bothering her. Those actually be valid issues and things that you should, correct, and not just a bunch of whining and a bunch of nagging. You understand? I mean, look at it even in the Bible, with Abraham and Sarah and Hagar. His wife, put her foot down. She was like, this is a time when men had concubines, when this was a natural thing. But she was like, she wasn't with that. They had problems from that. She wasn't with the son of the concubine. You know, she wasn't with him having those children, other children from other women around, and this is in biblical times. So let me get to another trait of a good woman. She sets standards. A good woman has standards. Everybody can't sleep with her, man. I remember this was even back in the day, man. It's some women like you can't come with $1 million and sleep with them. Like now it's sometime in this day and age, man, you can come, you could give a nigga wife, 10 bands and she'll sleep with you, man. It's somebody's wife. Not only do that show she don't value herself, she don't value her husband whatsoever. He should just totally get her out of there. In today's day and age, it's a lot of pimp. It's like a pimp and a hoe relationship going on. Pardon my French. It's like a prostitution relationship. And it starts in Hollywood. Of course, that's what they do. They pimping. They doing stuff for getting married for publicity reasons. They getting married having polygamous relationships, and they have not polygamous relationships. Just they having open relationships. They sleeping with everybody. They got other people coming from the outside. What's the point of getting married and stuff like that and committing yourself to, getting in a committed relationship and other people is getting involved? Like, you can't even be comfortable and safe. You can't even be safe there. So a good woman has standards, man. No, what she had between her legs, her body, she sees her body as an actual temple of God. A temple to be given, not to be given to some ruffian, some, or some freaking fool, some knucklehead ex-con. Not saying, that our ex-cons is bad, because we all make mistakes, and I definitely know that. But, she's not, I'm not some let me change that. Not to some repeated felon. You feel me? Not to some loser, basically, who's not going to do anything with his life. No good woman, no God. You think God is, is gonna be proud of her giving her body to that person? No, to a person who giving her body to a person who do porn. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. She has standards. Not everybody can touch her, and that's a big thing. Another thing, man, a good woman, in the Bible, man, it say, that a good wife, she's loved in the neighborhood. She has a good report in the neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? The whole neighborhood got love for her. She's a kind, loving person. Let's be real. Some of you women today, y'all aren't kind. Y'all aren't loving. Remember the movie Shallow Hal? Here's a clip.
So what you're saying is that all the pretty girls I've met lately are not really pretty? All right, let's look at the facts. They were funny, smart, and nice. Pretty girls are not funny, and they're certainly not nice.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, he said it best, house friend, that beautiful women, for the most part, like not, there's exceptions to every rule, and I'm not saying all, but for the most part, in today's society, if a woman, has a certain level of beauty and she's bought it, you know, she's not nice. She becomes it's like those things take from her, and the Lord knows this. It's called vanity, you know what I'm saying? And like, it's natural for women, women today, like I said, they think just because they have lady parts, that they deserve something. And I mean, monetary something, in the way of goods. And it's like, what? Come on, man. We all gotta work, man. We all gotta work for things we want, and have some integrity for real. But yeah. I mean, a good woman. She's kind, loving, has a good report in the neighborhood. Kids love her. A lot of women today, their own children don't even want to be around them for 10 minutes. But they can't be around their own. They gotta be on the phone or doing something. They can't even be around the man that they with, you know what I'm saying, without some sex involved or something like that. Just not. They can't carry another thing. A good woman will compliment a man. Okay, she's his helpmate. She's supposed to compliment you, man. She's not supposed to take from you and just be the anchor. That you just keep putting the bottomless pit that you just keep tossing coins into. That's not how it works. That is a nightmare. You understand? You want a nightmare? That is the nightmare. You know what I'm saying? A lot of you niggas issue, and a big problem is it's the simps. I mean, and the simps are good. Jezebels and the simps go hand in hand. But you know how that goes. Don't get me started on that. Another trait of the good woman, she has skills, man. Well, that's she has a lot of useful skills. Like I said, she compliments the man. She has useful skills. You understand? She has a lot of useful skills, man. Cooking is a good thing. I mean, cooking a good meal, preparing a good healthy meal, you know what I'm saying, that's presentable and presented in a nice way to your man, that'll raise his spirits. That'll go a long way, in raising his spirits and keeping him alive. You know, that's a useful thing. Cleaning. Cleanliness is next to godliness, man. My grandma never kept a dirty house. You feel me? So in turn, I ain't never grew up and be a dirty man. Because I always liked coming home from school and the house was looking clean. You know what I'm saying? That made me feel good. You know what I'm saying? I'm uncomfortable in a lot of clutter, and that makes you uncomfortable. That can do something to your mental state, man. You know, as a man, like, you can't really organize as fast. You definitely can't organize as quickly when everything's everywhere. A good woman, she'll organize your stuff. She keeps everything organized, everything and every. She's a finder of lost things, man. She's a builder. She can build things like knit. I mean, like, for the family, she builds things. That's another trait, and this is in the Bible. A good woman builds things for her family. She makes things for them. Little sweaters. She's out. She's always designing something for them, and you doing things with them. Even if it's just craft, she's crafting stuff, and she's a very crafty person. You understand? She yeah. That's a good trait. She's always giving stuff to her family. She's very family oriented. You understand? That's a big thing. Like, come on, like, that's number one. And us as men, we don't even care. And that's how sad you guys are. You guys are sad. And look, I don't care, bro. What you get, what you want. If you just want, some of you dudes, the wicked dudes, they deal with the wicked women, and you get burned in that. Just accept what comes with it. Quit trying to, and for you women, quit trying to live the life of Jezebel Jones and then try to get looked at as Maya Angelou. It don't work that way. You know what I'm saying? We just don't do that. It's not how it goes. So you need to stop. Right now, it's a lot of open prostitution going on, like dating. You know what I'm saying? It's just prostitution. They black. A lot of black women today. You know, and I'm speaking to black women because I am black. You feel me? I'm talking to the sisters. If I'm gonna give the good women, and the good sisters props, then I gotta, speak to the bad ones. A lot of y'all, what I see, from these, and these internet talking points and stuff. A lot of black women have seen that now other races of men, it's fine to, to go out and deal with other races of men, which is cool. You deal with who you want. But what's going on is they're going out and using those men, calling it dating, in forms of open prostitution. A lot of them don't have no love for these men. Like, they ain't trying to, a lot of them ain't never had no love for no man, even in their own race. Like I said, and that's the problem. But moving on, another good trait of a good woman is, she's, like I say, she's a fun person. She's fun to be around. You understand? When she comes, her spirit lights up the room. Like I said, even children love her. Children can sense the spirit. Like, some of y'all, just because you somebody mama, don't make you a good mother. You understand? She's like I said, a good woman is very, very, as a jovial person. Like, her spirit shines. You understand? But look, man, good women are very rare. A good woman, like I said, she serves the Most High. She serves God. She serves her man as God. I know that's so hard for some of you women to hear, but what I'm telling you is that your power is in your weakness and vulnerability. You understand? Now, right now, you have a lot of, like I said, open prostitutes and witches out here. Literal, not mark my words. Like, I'm not just saying this. This is out of their mouth. Literal witches out here casting. You know what I'm saying? And when I mean by casting spells on dude, I mean manipulating men. Spells under the media, things like that. Those are what, these are spells, and the spirits are behind these things. All right? So shout out to the good women, to the good sisters out here. Like I said, a good woman, she's family oriented, bring back to loving her brother. She helps her brother. She helps her father. She never forgets the face of her father and wants to disgrace him. You know what I'm saying? And prostitute and going on her OnlyFans and putting her titties out for every dude, rubbing them in his face. Blah, 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 blah. She won't disgrace her father like that, or grandfather. So shout out to the good women, the good sisters, the good mothers, the good wives. But before I go, I gotta say this too. This goes back to the long suffering thing, but a good woman also knows when when their man is just doing something for fun and when he's actually cheating on them. Like, the same way we send the always, and I'm going to show you the hypocritical double standard here. When the one man cheat on the woman, we always be looking at like, oh, no, when a woman goes and cheats on the man, let me say, we always be looking like, oh, yeah, what was he doing that he wasn't giving her? What was he neglecting and all that? Well, we never say that in the reverse, and we need to pay attention to that. But sometimes a man that doesn't mean he wants to leave his family, just because he goes off and has some random sex. That goes, and I'm not saying that, I that you can, a woman has to use her own discernment on that. But I just said a good woman knows what's going on in that situation, and I know it's a difficult situation. But yeah, and at the end of the day, a good woman, like I said, she's not gonna tolerate too much BS and you embarrassing her or or things like that. So let me see. I think I pretty much, yeah, another thing, a good woman, like I said, she's all about family, man. She'll take care of, you know, when she gets a part of a family, she won't go out there and reveal herself and embarrass, have people coming up to her son and talking about, man, I saw your mama on OnlyFans last night. I had the Vaseline. You know what I'm saying? Like all this, man. That can cause problems, man. And these women don't understand that. Like you can just look up and see these, all these young kids in junior high school and all that middle school kids. These young boys, man, seeing people mama on naked, butt booty naked, titties out, shaking like, oh man, I see your mama. This is the some of the worst generation ever for worst times for kids. But all right, like I said, I just wanted to point that out, and like I said, shout out to the good women out there. It's your man Nico B. Black Effect. I'm out.